Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Alex, and yeah, I'm back, I guess. So, sorry for the whole delay. We're all a bunch of broke college students now. Don't really have a whole lot of motivation to try to crack videos out, but I'm gonna try to get back into it. And I figured I'd start with doing something a little bit more on the easy side, something a little bit easier than that, like this, which would be a story time video. I have some pretty funny stories that I thought that I could tell from back whenever I was in school or things like that. And I figured I'd go ahead and crack out one of these. So let me know what you guys think about this, and yeah, let's get into it. So this story is going to be about the last job that I had. I currently work at a movie theater now, but before this, I used to work at a fun center. I'm not going to say what it's called, but this place was basically like a fun center. So it had go karts, it had arcade, it had bumper boats, bowling, things like that. It was like a fun area to go hang out or drink if you had the money and were old enough for it. And so I used to work there, and I used to work in the go kart section outside. And so one night I'm working. We were open till about midnight on weekends outside, and this was a Saturday. And I'm just chilling, doing my thing, working the kid go kart track. And the way this thing works is like I have to launch these kids and then moderate races. And I'm sitting here watching the little kid race before I let some adults on. And I've got this one of my coworkers. He walks up to me and he's like flagging me down. So I'm like, all right, man, what's up? And he calls me over and he tells me, so you see that guy over there? And he's pointing at the other go-kart track that's running right now. And he says, this guy's been bumping the hell out of everyone. And that's like a rule. You aren't allowed to bump anybody. And so he's like, if he bumps one fucking person, you kick his ass off over here, because I know he's going to come over here next. It's like, all right. So then, sure as shit, I'm sitting there still moderating, and the other guy's race gets done, and he comes over and starts hopping in the line. And I'm sitting here with my back to him moderating, and he calls me, and he's like, hey, man, what was that dude talking about? He was pointing at me and shit. What's he doing? And I was straight up with him, because at this point I wanted to get fired from my job. I hated working there. And I was like, basically, man, he just told me if you bump anyone, I can kick your ass off. Because, like, I did not care. I wanted to be fired. I hated that job. School was about to start back up. And so I said that, and he's like, oh, really? And then I was like, yeah, man, I mean, I'm just going to be straight up with you. I'm not, like, be a dick to you or anything. But that's what, like, he literally told me to say. So then he starts getting, like, shitty with me. And, I mean, granted, I probably said it like an asshole. But I was like, calm down, dude. Like, I'm sure you ain't going to bump nobody anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. So then he starts, like, getting in my face around this gate that's in front of us that I have to, like, open up to let people in. And he's, like, starting to get up in my face, and I'm, like, telling him, like, dude, if you want to be a dick, I'll just kick you out right now. Because he's, like, saying, she's like, fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you up, and all this. And I'm like, dude, I just told you straight up, but all right. So he starts getting in my face, and then he hops over this little gate, because, I mean, it's only, like, up to, like, your upper thigh. It's not very tall. And then he starts getting in my face closer, like I can smell the dude's breath. And then he pushes me, I push him. Then one of my coworkers at the other race, she comes over and gets in between both of us. And I backed off. I was like, whatever, dude. So then he gets, like, super pissed off, and he leaves. And I get, like, told, go to the parking lot and go, like, start cleaning up the parking lot, because we're closing up soon. I was like, all right. So I'm sitting there getting ready to clean up the parking lot, and been out there for probably like an hour, and I'm thinking, I mean, they gotta fire me at this point, right? And walk out there, and then all of a sudden my manager and another coworker, they come out, and they're like, walk with me. So we're sweeping the parking lot, and he's like, all right, man, I'm gonna be real with you. And it's like, what, are you gonna fire me? He's like, no, you were in the right. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And he was like, yeah, I would have done the same thing in your position, because I guess most of my managers just didn't like the customers that came to the area. I mean, it was a pretty wacky place, but yeah, he was like, you're in the right, dude. And I was like, are you serious? And he said, yeah, you're fine. And then he just left, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? So yeah, that happened. I had put in my 2 weeks notice, and then from there just kind of quit quietly rather than getting fired. But yeah, so that's the story. I was gonna probably crank out another one or two of these in the next few days. I've got a lot of funny ones, and you guys just basically let me know if you want more of these or if you want me to do other stuff, because I know it's a lot easier on Josh, my editor. Those funny moment videos, well, they're really fun to make. They're a pain in the ass to edit. We usually sit there all day and swap ideas around, things like that. So I can be pretty boring whenever I just sit here and talk. But I really want to get back into making videos for you guys. I enjoy being entertaining. So you guys just let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.